and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here today, please make sure to smash that subscribe button. And for all my returning subscribers, welcome to another video by your ultimate fave. Now guys, welcome back to another mukbang by South Africa's #1 mukbang queen. Is that a little bit too? No, actually, no. Everybody stop the Wait, you know what? I'm actually gonna take this, guys. I'm actually gonna take this with my chest. And if anyone wants to fight me, I'll drop location in the comment section. Y'all can meet me there and we can fight about it. But welcome back to South Africa's #1 mukbang queen. Say it with me. #1 mukbang queen, okay? And as you can see, guys, I'm ready to eat. Oof, my gosh. Welcome back to another mukbang. If you are new here today, I'd like to welcome you to the family. And for all those who are returning today, judging by the title of the video, you guys know how it's about to go down. But before I get started, you guys know that I do my ritual of obviously telling you guys about where I got my food and telling you guys what I'm gonna eat today. Yes, I am operating on 9 nails. But let me tell you, this happened like 10 minutes before I recorded, before I started recording now. So it ain't my damn fault. And if I've got like that lip sperm from the wine, please don't blame me. So before I really get into like the essence of the video, I just want to explain to you guys what I'm about to eat today. Now today I am doing a South African mukbang. The reason why I wanted to do this, besides being hounded by other people, was because I have tried foods from other parts of the world. I really wanted to expand and try different foods on the channel. But I do realize at some point or the other that I really wanted to do a South African mukbang. And a lot of people were actually asking me to do a mogodu mukbang. And for anybody who doesn't know what mogodu is, it's actually tripe. It's a South African delicacy for us. I know we all cook it in different ways in different parts of the world, but if you ever come to South Africa, you should definitely try mogodu. And this side we have pork trotters, and in Sotho I think it's called the tlakwana. I actually only probably learned that word like 2 days ago. But I know it in Zulu. In Zulu it's called amangqina, and it's basically pork trotters, so like pork feet. Then here I have what we call idombolo. It's actually in this package, and dombolo in English is called steamed bread. Now I'm gonna put one piece here on the plate because I don't know if I'm gonna eat both pieces. Now, for anybody who wants to know where I got my food from a brand called Moving Feast. They are a restaurant that is based in Alexandra, Gauteng. If any of you have heard of this, you probably know that they are well known for their mogodu, and they're also well known for their beef stew, I think. But I wanted to try their mogodu, and I really wanted to try pork trotters, because if any of you follow me on social media, you'll know that I was craving pork trotters. So before I get into the essence of the video, you guys know that I have to have a first bite. And I don't want my food to get too cold. One thing about this type of food, you don't want it to be too cold. You don't want it to get cold, because once it gets cold, you can't really eat it. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm gonna try the mogodu first, because that's apparently their best seller in Alexandra. I'm not sure where they're based. I don't know Alexandra too well, but they're based, I think, in East Bank. So here you guys go. Here's your first bite. I don't know if it's gonna catch you. It's still steaming hot because I heated it up for a long time. Oh yeah? Okay, let me just have another piece. I really love African food. I love South African food. I'm always eating it, and I had to like kind of cut it off in order to go into like a weight loss kind of thing, but I was just like, nah, if it. The mogodu is banging, sis. Okay, now to try my favorite. My favorite are pork trotters. I prefer pork trotters on top of what's this? Tripe. Shit. I put the inside of my mouth. Okay, now I am a pork trotter connoisseur, okay? Like, I go to different places for pork trotters. I go to Soweto, I go to Tsakane, I go to Spread View, I go everywhere. And their pork trotters are good, but they're not flavorful. They're very curry like. They don't have like a burst of flavor. There's just a lot of like curries, and there's not enough salt, in my opinion. Because the thing with pork trotters is that pork trotters are made up of a lot of fat, right? So the curry tastes great and the way that they cooked is great, but I'm not really necessarily enjoying the flavor because I'm not really tasting the flavor in the actual pork trotter in itself. But really good, enjoy it. The mogodu is amazing. The mogodu really is amazing. I'm just gonna have one more piece. Okay. Now, I'm someone who eats South African food the traditional way, right? So I like my mogodu made right in like water and just the spices and left that way. I like my pork trotters made in a certain way. So this is why I was very iffy to do a South African cuisine mukbang, because unlike the other mukbangs I've done, I know how I want my food to taste. And I'm definitely gonna have to give the mogodu like a good 8. A solid 8. Like the mogodu, it bangs, it slaps. It slaps. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna swap them like this. I'm gonna swap the plates because this is what I actually want to tackle. Let me just have a glass of wine. Okay, to those of you who are faves, you guys are part of the official gang, you guys know how Confession Session works, but because we constantly have new subscribers on the channel, I think it is only fair that I explain how Confession Session works. So if you're new to the channel, Confession Session is basically kind of like a platform I've created on my channel where people send me their confessions anonymously and I read them out on the channel, and I basically give my, I don't know, advice. I give like my say on things, but it's completely anonymous. People send me their confessions and things they don't want anyone else to find out except your fave, and I basically read them out on camera. So without rambling too much and without my food getting cold, I am just gonna get started. Right, so I haven't had a chance to read everyone's whatchamacall. I haven't read anyone's confession yet because I normally leave it till I have to read it. But anyway, now I am here. Okay, there's quite a lot of them. Yeah, we're gonna need to find a different way to do things. The first anonymous said, hey, yo. The first anonymous said, I cheated on my man. I cheated on my man with a younger gent, and now I've caught feelings. Should I leave my man? Absolutely not. Let me tell you something about young gents, okay? And take this from me, from someone who has been with a young gent as of late. And this is not to bash him or to bash any gent that's young, but let me tell you while it's still early. Young niggas are not where it's at. Emotionally, no, don't do it. Just keep on smashing him, I suppose. But to be with him, I don't see it. No. You have no business leaving your man for someone younger. And now I'm talking woman to woman. Now I'm talking completely off experience, off having been with someone younger. The emotional intelligence will never be there, no matter how much you catch feelings. You are digmatized. Say it with me. Batsy, put your hand on your chest and say, I am digmatized. Once you start accepting that, you can move forward. Because I think for me personally, I feel like young guys, as great as they may be, a lot of them lack emotional intelligence. Like, you can't teach, not even an old dog new tricks. You can't teach a puppy how to be a dog, okay? A puppy wants to be a pup. A pup wants to play. A pup wants to poop everywhere. A pup wants to come and nibble your toes. A pup doesn't understand how to be a Rottweiler or a dog. That's what I'm trying to say, okay? So now you can't teach your old dog new tricks. You can't teach your old dog new tricks, but you can't teach a puppy how to be a dog. You can definitely teach a puppy how to be a dog. That has to be the worst analogy I've ever given on this channel after the other analogy that I said was the worst. Remember that other one that I said was the worst? This is the worstest of the other one. That one has completely pulled back second. We've got a new worst analogy. One thing about me, I'll give you guys really, really bad analogies, but y'all get my drift. Do not leave your man. Let's move to the next anonymous. The next anonymous said, my friend introduced me to her man. But wow. Anonymous said, my friend introduced me to her man. I met the girl on IG. Now, Anonymous and the friend's man are in a relationship. I mean, you know what? Let me say this. First things first, I'm very proud of you. We're in the midst of a pandemic. It's time to realize when you love someone, you love someone. And the fact that you met this person on IG, she's probably not even your close friend anyway. The fact that this nigga also left that girl for you also says a lot about the status of his relationship with that girl, right? The trotters are cooked deliciously. I have to give them that. Also, don't you think you're a bit shitty? I mean, I'm just asking. If he's the love of your life, then by all means, sis, go and be with him. But my thing is, I think the context would require more, because from what you sent me, automatically, when you said you met her on Instagram, it would lead me to believe that you're not even that good of a friend. You can meet someone on Instagram and be great friends, but if you took on that decision to date that guy, then you didn't really consider her a friend, and she probably didn't even consider you a friend. And I don't know. Something about it doesn't, the fact that you mentioned met on IG, I feel like I understand that you're trying to highlight that, you know what, she wasn't like a long-time friend. And honestly, guys, people find love in the weirdest places, you know. Like, I'm not saying go find love by my boyfriend. Me, I'll smack you. I'll smack you. But if it so happens that you meet the love of your life through someone you met on Instagram, and that nigga realized that he loves you. But every dog has its day, and today it's Tuesday. Okay? No, today is a Sunday. But I don't know what analogy that was as well. But I'm just saying, honestly, I don't blame you. We find love in the strangest places. However, I don't think you should maintain the friendship with her if you are dating him, and if you do like him, and if he likes you back, and if it's gonna be serious, you should not maintain the friendship with her. Because the day she does find out, I know for sure we're gonna get a thread on Instagram or Twitter. They're gonna drag your ass for full. They're gonna call you a home-wrecking. We're just gonna be like, I've given my advice. The next anonymous said, I wanna smash my ex-baby daddy. What my last? I mean, y'all guys already have a kid, so... See baby mamas and ruining our relationships. One child. People who have babies together never stop sleeping together. I learned that the hard way. But why do you want to smash him my last? Why? I mean, go ahead. But why? You don't know who he's been sleeping with. You don't know he's been sticking his insides. Not sure. Don't do it. You guys might end up making another baby, and then you have another problem on you. No. The next anonymous said, oh my god, I've been sleeping with my cousin for years now, and one thing about me, I enjoy his sex. What? Have you guys not heard of that thing that your babies are gonna come out deformed? Why are we sleeping with each other's cousins? There are literally millions of men in the world. Can someone please just Google how many men in the world there are and just put it in the comments below? There are literally one woman to every 5 men. Why out of those 5 would you pick your cousin? We've got niggas everywhere. We've got niggas every single way. Hoes in different area codes. Why would you want to go back home where the heart is? Why? No, you guys have a real problem here. I'm gonna start a group. I'm gonna start a session. I'm gonna find a community center. I'm gonna invite all of you there, and I'm just gonna have to do something. Go iyanla on your ass. Put you like, I don't know what I'm gonna have to do, but you're gonna have to stop. Okay? But I mean, if the sex is good, no. Okay. The next anonymous said, I find you really sexy. Thank you, so do I. I find myself really sexy. This wig is making me really arrogant, you know? And I'm scared for the day that it actually bunches with the curls, because then I'm fucked. The next one, what the hell? Why are they there's so many X's? Have you guys learned nothing? Have you guys learned absolutely nothing from me? Someone said, Anonymous said, I've been a virgin for 2 years now. I can't take it anymore. You know what? Are you saying like I'm a born again virgin, like what I normally say every year when I reset the count? Or are you saying you're really a virgin and you can't take it anymore? Because I mean, if it's really the crown jewel, you can't just give it to any Tom, Dick and Mahlangu, you know? You just have to save it for the right Prince, Prince Charming. But if you've resetted your body count and you've chosen celibacy, in the midst of this pandemic, sis, I'm gonna turn 30 and we won't be done with this pandemic. I just remembered curry dyes your fingers. Oh my god, my nails are gonna be yellow. But anyway, next anonymous, please. Next anonymous said, I met my super ex. So you met him, like you got dressed, you did your makeup, you probably put on lashes, you put on highlighter, you put on a contouring palette. You wasted all that makeup to go meet up with your ex. So you met him last week for 2 days in a row. First day he took me out for lunch, then he took me home. We chilled a bit, we ended up kissing, then he went home. The next day he visited, he came around 1, then he went home around 11. Bear in mind, I'm still a Virginia. I wanted him to be my virgin breakup, but the time we were dating, it didn't happen. So we ended up doing foreplay, but we didn't end up doing sex because of some reasons. We love each other and he has a girlfriend. So you still love your ex, that's what you're saying. You still love your ex and you still want him to break your virginity. That's basically the essence of this entire message. And why was he your ex to begin with? Why did you guys even break up? Was it because he cheated on you because you were a virgin? And let me ask you this. Do you think by you guys meeting up and him obviously showing you that side, maybe, look, I could be wrong about this. You know, I really could be wrong, but as a civilized, decent human thinking with a brain full of you know, emotional intelligence and thinking skills, critical thinking skills, I did think for the first time in every single mukbang and every single contemplation sessions that I've done, I don't know what about this one. Because the thing is, you guys could have broken up because you didn't want to have sex with him. And rightfully so, like understandably so. There are some people who really want to have sex, and sex is a love language. Like to me, if my man didn't want to have sex with me and he decided he wants to be celibate and find God, I have no problem. But then what are we going to do now? Like, I'm going to wait for you and then do it in the process. Because the fact that he's coming back but he has a girlfriend but he's been spending some time with you, please just be careful. Because you don't know if he's coming back with the hopes that he can win, or he can like obviously break your virginity, because him breaking your virginity doesn't guarantee that he'll break up with his girlfriend. You know that, I know that. There's no reason for me to even tell you that, because you know, I know that you know that. But I know that you sent that anonymous DM because you needed me to confirm it. And I'm telling you now, hold that crown jewel, hold it close, bring it here and tell him, nah, bitch. The question here is, do you want to get back with him, or do you just want him to be the guy who breaks your virginity? Just make sure you know what you're doing, so that should it not work out, which it hardly ever does. I don't know any woman that has had her virginity broken by that one guy and married him, okay? And that's just the reality of it. So I don't want you to go into it thinking that, oh, if I give him my virginity, he's gonna stay with me, because that's not how men operate. I just want you I want it to be a decision you make on your own. You must know that you're making that decision, not him, not anybody else, you. The next anonymous said, part 1. Me and this man were on the road to being serious until we had a fallout. That's what men always do. You have a fallout and then they just back off like some loser ass shit. It's very loser-like. And then part 2 was, I reach out, we resolve things. Now he wants to be casual. Okay. Part 3, I agreed, but I want to be with him. Now, I'm gonna need context, right? Because men are selfish. I just need to let that out. Men are so selfish. Like, a man, you do one wrong thing and then he decides that he's done with you, he wants nothing to do with you, and you can go to hell, but then he gets to cheat on you 5,487 times, 0.42 times. Don't forget the part where he kisses people behind your back and not have sex with them, because niggas do that, because niggas ain't shit. But what I'm trying to understand is, you guys just had a falling out. Why would that falling out, why would one falling out cause him to want to be casual? My sister, wake up and smell the coffee. Or wake up and smell the red wine or something. Smell something, my sister. Smell the lies. That nigga is playing you. All I'm saying is, if you want to be with him, and I promised myself I'd give you guys some sort of sensible advice in this video. If you want to be with him, please take into consideration that if he wanted to be with you, he wouldn't have chosen to be casual with you. Men are selfish. If a man loves a woman, he'll fight for her because he doesn't want her to be with anybody else. But instead, today he picks to be casual with you. My sister, no. Okay, oh fine, be casual with him, but be as nonchalant as possible. Even when he calls you, sometimes don't pick up. Then when you do pick up 2 hours later, then he starts whiling, you must say, but you're the one who agreed for us to be casual. I'm not chilling on my phone. I'm not cheating on you, but you are, because you should. Ma'am, if any man says casual to me, and I ask him to spell it, casual like casualty in the hospital is where you will be if you ask us to be casual. The next anonymous said, I had a friend who slept with her best friend's boyfriend. Man, this sounds like an episode of Skim Sam. I had a friend who slept with her best friend's boyfriend. We're in high school, by the way, and she's pregnant now. Okay, now, teenage pregnancy, guys. And I think maybe it's time that on my channel I start addressing serious issues, because I feel like I'm a joker, I'm a very jovial person, and I think people think that I don't take into consideration the severity of serious issues. Teenage pregnancy is actually a very serious thing, right? And irrespective of whether she slept with her friend's boyfriend, that's not the point. The point is, what's going on with her life now, you know? I'm all for women who excel and push themselves and better themselves. So first of all, I don't think anonymous, that was the right thing to send to me, 1. 2, I do think that it now puts her in a predicament, because it's like, I wouldn't want a girl, a young girl's life coming to a halt because of one bad decision that she made with a guy. And it's a mistake, like any other, unless it wasn't a mistake, unless she wanted to have a child, which I personally, as the adult that I am, don't think any 16-year-old would want to have a child. But being in the situation that we're in and being in the third world country that we're in, it's no surprise that we're not afforded the luxury, and I'll call it a luxury because in the country that I live in, we don't even have access to health and resources that we should, that we pay taxes for. So it hurts me to see a story like that, because it's like, she's now, her life is gonna change, and nothing about that should be funny, or nothing about that should end up on my channel for jokes. So I really think you should support her, because her whole life is going to change should she decide to keep that child. And more than anything, she needs support, irrespective of who she did it with, irrespective of what happened. She needs support. And if you guys don't give her that shit, I will, bruh. But y'all know that's really sad. Like, that's really sad. Like, you guys don't understand, teenage pregnancy affects people in ways you can't imagine, and it's not something to joke about. Hi, bro, but yeah, anonymous. You remember the anonymous that I told her that she was seeing her ex for 2 days, and then after that they kissed and da. Just when I thought it was over, she's got like 9-10 parts. Okay, let me finish up the other parts, right? We love each other and he has a girlfriend, but I'm glad we didn't have sex. He said I deserve the best and he's not that. Mzaza, I need to go fill up. It's lockdown. Now we've got more context to the story of the other anonymous. She was saying that he said I deserve the best and he's not that. He said if Kabe Robalane, he wasn't going to forgive himself because he loves me and he cares for me. I feel like he's confused. He's not confused. He's just gonna cheat on you, which is what I said previously. Now rewind to what I said previously and apply it now. Thank you. The next anonymous said, man guys, it's getting deep. It's getting like hole deep, like underground railroad deep. Anonymous said, my father died when I was 2 years old. I'm really sorry about that. I am now 19 and my mother is dating a married man. I'm sorry. Now I'm not laughing at your mom. No. You just dead ass outed your mom like that. I mean, y'all don't know, but I know. And I'm just like, my sister. Anonymous said, not a hectic one, but my boyfriend is a 2-minute noodle and he's small, too sad. I have a sneaky link though. What's a sneaky link? I've seen people talking about this. What is this? I don't understand what it is. So, you have a boyfriend, but he's a 2-minute noodle. You're gonna have to talk to him, ma. The next anonymous said, I fed her pegamina ngedwa, and now she's obsessed with me. I don't know how to reverse this. This is definitely a hot and served kind of. Yes. I'm also part of the hot and served community. What it do, baby? Guys, whoever's running the hot and served page, what it do? You know what? The popcorn room was the leader of all the hot tea, okay? But hot and served was literally hot and it was I can give you a list of people you can go to. Maybe start with Gugunda Bezita. Operation Manifestation. She has the answers to everything. The next anonymous said, I am pregnant by my ex. Are these people even your ex if you guys are still having sex with them? Do they even count as your exes if you guys are still communicating and having sex with them? Or do you guys just like the idea that you can call them your exes because in your mind, it creates this illusion that you're not with them when in actual fact, you are fully committed and devoted to them? But I guess he's not even your ex. Just say I'm pregnant by my boyfriend, dude. I haven't told, oh, that's why she's saying ex. I haven't told my boyfriend. This happened when we broke up for a month. I'm the last person to talk because I used to go back to my ex all the time for sex. But I will tell you now, nothing good comes out of having sex with your ex. You're better off just asking your partner for sex. The one you broke up with, ask them. Ask them for sex. Anonymous said, I lied to my boyfriend that I got robbed. He sent me 1K, but I wanted to buy my ex a hoodie, just not with my money. Slow clap. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about deceiving these niggas. I will never not congratulate a black woman for deceiving these niggas. They deceive us all the time. Why can't we deceive them? Well. The next anonymous said, someone's boyfriend cuddles me so great I want to live in his skin. He saw me first and then we started up hanging out one day until the catch. One day he posted his girlfriend. Sorry, girl. But he posted his girlfriend. I wanted to cry. Now he doesn't want to see me. Are you sure you've got that web? Why wouldn't he want to see you? What did you do? The next anonymous said, 2017, I dated this guy who was 10 years older than me. Okay. Fast forward to 2021, he is dating my mom. I have so many porn jokes, I just can't do it. like Brazzers, Pornhub, XXX videos type. But I'm not gonna do it. That one is hard because you can't tell your mom that you dated him. 2, you want to tell your mom because you slept with him and now he's sleeping with your mom. And 3, you probably can't tell your mom because I have no advice for this one. This one is beyond this is beyond my job spec, eh? This one is beyond my job spec. I can't do this. I'm just going to have to skip. I'll come back. The next anonymous said, I'm in a relationship with my sugar daddy and my cousin. Oh my god, drop the cousin. Stick with the sugar daddy rather. Cousin is family. That's so much better than dating an older man. Rather you date an older man than date your cousin. I just hope you're over the age. Thank you. The anonymous said the real reason for breaking up with my ex because his breath smells, find him unattractive and he can't kiss. Then you never were attracted to him to begin with. Right? Because why? Okay, why didn't you just tell him the truth? Did he have money? Did he have something that you felt like was leverage for you to stay? Because if he didn't, then this is really mean. This is a bit mean. And you should have just like told him. But then again, maybe you're young and maybe you didn't have the heart to tell him, which I also understand. But yeah, his smelly breath, fine, you find him unattractive. That was already one like way you should have left. He can't kiss, you could have taught him. Smelly breath, that's just smelly breath, man. Man, I ain't got nothing for that. Anonymous said, sleeping with my friend's man now for months because, oh, that's the one. We're in the same city, she's hours away. Also once wait, is this still the same? It's still the same person, but she's saying also once cheated on my ex with the same girl. Okay. Let me read this again. Sleeping with my friend's man for months now since we're in the same city and she's hours away. Hours away. Also cheated on my ex with the same girl he cheated on me with. I'm proud of you for that. I'm bisexual, by the way. I like that. I like that you're a bad bitch, but I don't like the first one. I like the latter, I don't like the former. Anonymous said, I can't emotionally live without my boyfriend and he takes advantage of that and I hate it. Why? Why can't you live without him? Why? You can, you just don't want to. Look, I'm not trying to throw you under the bus right now. And my nails are yellow, so I gotta go back to Tammy Taylor Curry. I'm not trying to throw you under the bus right now, but I'm just trying to make you aware of the facts, right? I also thought the same thing. I also thought I can't live without my ex. I can't live without him. He's the best thing that ever happened to me. I was so sure that me and this guy were gonna be the best thing ever. But the truth is you can. He could, I can. And you just don't want to. Look, man, if you can't live without him, well, live with him until you can't live without. Wait, live with him until you can't live with him. Does it make sense? Yeah, good. I found out my boyfriend of 10 months has another girlfriend of 4 years. I love him very much, sis. This broke me. Oh, saga sa prekega bafethu. It's a prekega, yo. Men are men. Men, black women. South African black women, and this is before I do the last few ones and then I'm done. I think I might just do a part 2, but I'll do it another day because the wine is whining. What I'm trying to say is a lot of you in my anonymous are hurt. You're hurting. You're transitioning from breaking up with your exes. You're going through the pain, you're going through the going back and forth, you're going through the I love him but I don't want to be with him, so I'm going to sleep with him, and even with the new guy I'm with, I'm not giving him my all. That's unfair. You're denying yourself. You're denying yourself the possibility of loving somebody else. And it's funny that I say this because to be really honest with you, I thought to myself that my ex and I were gonna get married, irrespective of what he does or who he ends up with or what happens. I genuinely believed that him and I were gonna end up together one way or another. And it took some time, and it took a whole lot of self-reflection, and it took a whole lot of self-worth, picking myself up from where he left me, from the broken, dark space that he left me in. I had to pick myself up from that. And once you get to a point where you pick yourself up and you dust yourself off and you realize, actually, I am that bitch, I think you'll start to see things in a different light. And I don't want you guys to dim down your light for men, especially mediocre men. Like, I'd understand if you guys were fighting over rich niggas. I'd understand if we were in Dubai right now fighting over millionaires on millionaires on millionaires. But we are literally fighting over men who are so immature-minded that they don't know what they want. They don't. Yes, I'm saying this because I'm drinking wine. And yes, I'm saying this because I'm in the middle of a love triangle myself. Thank God I said that at the end of the video. But anyway, back to the sermon I was preaching. Black woman, you are love. You are strong. You're strength. You are light. Don't ever let any man dim that shit. Don't ever let a man come tell you all the things you want to hear, because you know you want to hear it. And don't let that man let you succumb to what he wants or his idea of love when it doesn't suit you or like your narrative. Don't live to someone else's narrative. Don't be whatever someone else wants you to be. Be yourself. You guys tell me every day via DMs, via messages, via tweets how I'm a shining light and how you're so glad I got over that bum ass ex. I'm glad too, by the way. You guys have taught me to love myself. Now it's time for me to teach you to love yourselves. You know, this is confession session. We're supposed to laugh, but all I'm saying is, sure, them niggas don't deserve shit, and that's on the gospel. Thank you. And that is it, guys. That is the end of the video. I know that I drank a lot of wine, so your girl is feeling extra on, like, I'm here. I'm even ready to go to Junk Park right now. But guys, that is the end of the video. I'd really like to thank Moving Feast. I'd like to thank them so much for sending me their food. But that is the end of the video. Please make sure to like and subscribe and share with everybody that you know. Please make sure to comment down below if there are any other videos that you would like to see. But until then, we are going on 90,000 subscribers. We've reached the end of the video. I love you guys so much, and goodbye.